sport enthusiast and the General Manager of Participation Program RaceAway Track Time. And she joins us now from the Pheasantwood Circuit in Marulan in New South Wales. Kinsey, thank you. Now, you're part of this push for female drivers in the V8s. Where does that passion come from?
Yeah, absolutely. It comes from basically coming to work every single day and not having any women around me. So it would be great to have some female drivers on the track and, just a few more friends in the sport and seeing women push all the way to the top as well.
Yeah, so there aren't many women in motorsport across the world, especially not at high levels. Can you give us a snapshot at what levels they are racing at and if there's momentum there?
Yeah, so I feel like there was just a recent survey that came out from More Than Equal, and that showed that there is roughly 7 to 10% of women in motorsport across the world and across all levels of motorsport. And women make up less than 4%, like you said, in the top echelons of motorsport. So until we start seeing that participation amongst all the different levels, we're not going to have women rising to the top and paving the way for others.
So you're trying to pave that way. Race experience is a really important part of it, obviously. Tell us about your program.
Yeah, so we like to get newcomers into the sport and make it easy for them. It used to be really a family-run thing, and if you had a dad that was in the sport who was able to take you along to go-karting, and that's something that we like to provide for others. So we have the race car ready, we make sure that the team's ready to go, you're supported, you've got coaching, and we also help you out with all of the licensing that's required with these sorts of events.
So what sort of interest are you getting, and how are you making women feel welcome?
Yeah, we're getting quite a bit of interest, particularly from people who are bringing a lot of friends into the sport, which is just fantastic to see. And we're keeping them interested by making sure that we engage with other women who are starting to make their way up through the ranks. One of our coaches, Maisie Place, is quite prominent in the RX8 Cup. So she races all around Australia at that club level, and she actually comes and coaches for us. And just having someone like that on board is, something that's fantastic for the program.
And I bet the reaction from the women doing these laps when they get out of the car is a great one. Can you describe it to us?
Yeah, there's nothing quite like it. It's a huge adrenaline rush, and it's just a chance to build so many skills as well.
And what about funding in this space? You're providing the track there, but is sponsorship forthcoming for women in motorsport?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. So we've actually got our women's team sponsored by Pheasantwood Circuit, and the women's team takes place at a deputy 4-hour endurance race. So that means that we can have a team of 4 girls come and do a 4-hour endurance race, and that's really the first starting point to them getting in motorsport. And just having that sponsorship and support from a track like that is just so quintessential to getting women into this motorsport.
And with more women participating in the sport, do you think that will attract more female followers of it as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier, until we have those women at the top paving the way, and we're seeing people on TV, in the F1s, in the V8s, then people will be able to look at that and go, you know what, I can do that too.
So women like you are helping this get on board, or other women get on board. Is there a role for men, both the drivers and also the fans, to play to help get more women on board here?
Yeah, 100%. Motorsport is an equal opportunity sport. There's no reason physically or any other reason why people of all sorts can't get involved. And we need to see that culture shift. It needs to be turned away from being such a man's club, and making sure that we are changing our language, changing our ideas about inclusivity to make sure that it is more appealing for others, especially women.
Kinsey Alexander joining us there from the General Manager of the Participation Program, RaceAway Track Time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is ABC News for now. I'm Gemma.